to the Grand Canyon State, Arizona Stadium in Tucson, as we are set for a showdown in the Arizona Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Purdue Boilermakers.
Thank you, T.
For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis.
Don't necessarily want to be back, but yeah.
Can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Ball State's offense will get the first swing of the game. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Let's talk for a second about Ball State. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a three-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gives it on the option. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Purdue's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it. Shot down of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go right back to it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Boilermakers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Hauls it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Purdue! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be
Back
called on
everyone,
to
it's
protect
Charlie.
this lead.
Marvel revealed a bunch of new details about Black Panther 3. There's also
just
more reports
taking the
on
in
which
this
new
drive
characters they're
started
introducing and how it fits into the new version of the MCU. After the soft reboot, they're doing Avengers Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday. They also mentioned the future T'Challa by name. I know there are a lot of questions about how they're going to handle him. My next big question is which version of T'Challa is going to be included?
Sometimes has to bail out your decision
during Avengers Doomsday.
didn't come up big.
We still have all kinds of questions about what's going on with Denzel Washington in the movie. We've actually been hearing more about the movie from him than from Marvel himself, just because he talks so much about it. And Marvel knows there's nothing they can do to get him to stop talking about it. Marvel does not tell Denzel what to do. Denzel tells Marvel what to do. Marvel has also recently changed their Phase 7 movie schedule recently, so it's everything going after Secret Wars, basically like the new era of the MCU. So I'll explain which movies are coming out right after Secret Wars and why they have changed. Some movies and TV shows were canceled and some got made. One of the surprising things about this report is the Black Panther 3 will get bigger in scope, escalate from Wakanda Forever, which isn't a surprise. The surprise is that it'll set up a space-based crisis with an alien threat. While we not expected Ryan Coogler to introduce aliens as a threat during the Black Panther movie, but they have done that in the comics before. The other big surprise is they're supposedly introducing the Savage Land version of the MCU, which would be a really huge deal because it takes place in the comics. They deal with it heavily during the X-Men the animated series and X-Men 97 more recently. We'll see more in the future on those shows too. But it does make sense that the next era of the MCU is so X-Men and mutant heavy. Right now we're getting ready for Avengers Doomsday later this year, and it is all about crisis in space. They literally mention it during the post-credit scene. During that Black Panther Fantastic Four crossover trailer for Avengers Doomsday, Shuri seems like she's ready to die. Like she's preparing for this big event. There's no way to solve it. The only alien threat, technically, during that movie isn't so much an alien threat. It's somebody from another universe. It's Doctor Who and the inclusion just in general. So it's not an alien threat that they're being after Doctor Who and the incursions. We already did Thanos, Chitauri, Skrulls, the Kree during Marvel Phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. We also many versions of Kang during Loki, Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania, but they also canonized him as a human from Earth during that series, so he's also technically not an alien either. I know everybody would love to see Jonathan Majors' version of Kang come back at some point in the future, or a version of Kang come back in the future. But working down the list of biggest possibilities, most of you probably figured this out already. Next, really big comic book Alien Empire is they could introduce the Empire. They are endemic to the X-Men comics. They were used heavily, like I said, during X-Men the animated series, X-Men 97. Marvel Phase 7, next year at the MCU, is mostly focused on X-Men characters. It just makes sense that they would introduce the Shi'ar Empire as one of the next big space-based groups so they can interact with them more intimately. Mostly because they are really important for another new character that they're introducing in Spider-Man Brand New Day, Jean Grey, Sadie Sink, because of the Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force is one of the gods of the Shi'ar Empire. They literally worship it. Marvel's biggest space-based franchise in the movies so far have been the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and all the people that they encounter. Captain Marvel movies are also kind of a space-based franchise too because they have the Kree and the Skrulls. Really, when you think about the space-based movies, you mostly think of Guardians though. Maybe them would have done more Guardians movies with Rocket City eventually have even stayed at Marvel, but it makes sense because Star-Lord and other characters encounter the Shi'ar at some point. This is such a big part of Marvel comics at this point, but not of the Marvel movies because of lawyers, because Fox, X-Men movies have the IP rights to the Shi'ar Empire. So much the MCU is going to rely on all these great characters to now fight to the next figure. It just makes sense that all the other big contested situations in the MCU start to interact with them so they can all cross the boat and make sense of it. How do you think Black Panther movies see what's happening with the
Really nice
X-Men
job by the
on their
defense
side
that
of the
time.
defense. How
Third
do you
down, they're
connect them?
expecting pass, but they
Eventually
also know
become
that this
the next
quarterback
big
is
beating saga
dangerous
that
when he
they'll
wants
probably
to
do in like
scramble.
10
It
or
was almost
plus
as
years.
if they were
They're
expecting
not
that. They
going to
were able
rush
to
their
get to him,
Phoenix
get
on
him
him.
down.
Vikings
It
can
now
go for like
sets up
0
fourth
to
down.
Phoenix right
And you
away.
don't see the defense
He's
sprinting
got
out the
the
field just yet,
X-Men
guys.
Dark
They're not
Phoenix
sure. With this
in
guy's
the town.
scrambling ability,
Not
they
too
may
well.
try to go
He
for
probably
this.
wants to let the dust settle on that for a good long run. So people slowly forget about it. There is no X-Men Dark Phoenix movie. It can't hurt you.
Are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. On the run, it's high.
He's also the CR like Black Panther pretty good.
And he's
Not like
down at the 41. That's a first down.
Cheap break. CDC.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, it's just hard to bring down the open
John
field.
Hickman
What
version
a
of
big
Secret
game
Wars.
for the offense.
They could also tie into Black Panther 3 because they're basically using Secret Wars to set the next era of Marvel. So there'll be lots of teasers where the movies head next during Secret Wars in a way that there weren't during Avengers Endgame. To be fair, though, when the Russos came back to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and that came back to do Doctor Doom, they also did say that their version of Avengers Doomsday would be more of a direct sequel to Avengers Endgame. So they'd be creating a lot of connections based on consequences to things that happened during Endgame that they didn't originally intend on doing when they did that movie in the first place. For the most part, they're going to use Secret Wars for the Black Panther subplot to introduce this new version of T'Challa that will become the main version of T'Challa after Secret Wars.
Man down on the play as the officials
The
take a break to let him be
Black
checked
Panther
out.
talk has been coming from because people think that he might be in Avengers Doomsday.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play.
They
They got it first and 10 outside the 30.
Who was also named T'Challa.
And
Sure, he's still meant to be Black Panther.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Footage, and obviously we have that
They're trying to
fantastic
run the football.
crossover
There's just
trailer
nowhere to
for
go for the
Doomsday. They
ball
just
carrier
released. I don't
inside.
know
He
if
tried
you
to
can
bounce it to
see
the outside. That
but I
linebacker
believe that
way
we'll
too
see that
fast. He met
T'Challa
him there
sequence.
and forced the TFL.
Here's when we actually get to the movie schedule in Marvel Phase 7. This is right after Avengers.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the
Now this
first
one's coming out
down.
in May.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Now the first movie in Marvel Phase 7 of the season is going to be X-Men
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, great balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
Of that team.
Moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
So he and that X-Men team have a long history with the Shi'ar Empire because of Jean Grey and Phoenix Force and the way of Professor Fox. You can see how it is a mutual team.
I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive
The whole idea of Marvel
last
moving
drive.
forward
That was
after
a
Secret
nice
Wars
mixture
that
of
everybody's going to be on the same
throwing,
planet, like Black
getting
Panther
different
characters,
players
X-Men characters, Fantastic
involved.
Four characters,
Really nice
Avengers
job,
characters,
very
like pretty much
poised
everybody
in
you've ever
that
seen in
play
Marvel
calling, and it showed up
all
with
going to come from the same
So
firm.
the kickoff team will come
Number
out
here is that it sounds like the other big X-Men character who you would want to cross over with the Black Panther movies would be Storm, because of her relationship with
looking
T'Challa.
for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
But it just sounds like they're going to wait longer to introduce the Storm character in that first X-Men.
Now we'll get a chance to see
I know
if they
there's
can
a lot
answer
of
that
questions about
last
Savage
score,
Land
trailing
and
by
Black
14.
Panther.
Just
Again,
Again, at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've
and
already
there
had
is
success with,
vibranium
running it
there.
and
Like that's
throwing
the
it. It's okay to
real
repeat
connection to
plays
Black
down
Panther.
14 at this point.
The
And
whole
I would
idea
also
with
say,
Savage Land
Paul,
is
kind
that
of
it exists
understanding
in
that my
Antarctica.
defense
It
is
was
not
created by an
playing
alien
great,
called
so
Wally
I know
and served
offensively
as
I got
sort
to
of a
put some
game
good
preserve for
possessions
the
together
Beyonders
here,
in the comics.
make
It's a
something
time
happen
capsule
on this side
of
of
the
the
prehistoric age with dinosaurs
3
and
yards.
animals
First down for the
65
offense
million
after
years
that
ago.
penalty.
So it's a little bit like Little Garden in the
Looking
One
to throw
Piece
on
canon.
first down.
Magneto eventually creates a secret base there. They all did a lot of this stuff during the original X-Men campaign series. They spent a lot of time on the Savage Land. There are also other mutants that live there as well. I should report is they're going to introduce the Khazar during the movie, and the new T'Challa will meet him.
Back to pass.
Ouch. And he's British nobleman's son, the comics who discovered a new type of vibranium in Savage Land. It's a key to Legion's power.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But man, you've done yourself an early hope. And this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now.
This quarterback right now is
protector of Savage Land, and he's a little bit like Marvel's version of Tarzan. He does have powers. He's used with blood from Man-Thing, we've seen in the MCU already, connecting him to Savage Land on a biological level. He can manipulate the fluid quantum, mimic the abilities of animals to move there, which mostly manifests like physical enhancements like big staffers, making him stronger than like Spider-Man, not nearly as strong as the Hulk. I know there's going to be a ton of questions back to Denzel Washington. It's the most character he's going to play. There's still lots of rumors about that, so open all your tabs and all the parts you want to about that. It's still pretty early days, but everybody post all your theories in the comments below. Just be sure to hold them loosely because rumors change a lot while they're making it. Brian Coogler said that Black Panther references several times in the thing. So the plot and the actual every day when it's releasing, of course, I will do videos more, and of course, there's some more Black Panther stuff going on in the Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it right
just
near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space,
I already did a much bigger video for that trailer that they did just release. But careful that, and you can go Spider-Man brand new day trailer videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Welcome back everyone, it's Carlos. Again, season 2 episodes. Both episodes at the same time. There are a whole bunch of Easter eggs, references in the comics, so we'll break it all down. Really happy to see Bullseye come back in a big way, and I cannot wait to see him off the rails. The title of episode 2 which is reference to the Winner's Ball scenario, was commonly example investing. The Marvel TV logo, the sun is brown and red. It shows how the people as we saw in the first episode, since the events of 6 months gone by, there's been a growing right before the half, close this minute, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Here watching the paramedics securing the hospital after the event find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Bullseye from safety. Don't quite get the bullseye
back, and here comes the offense.
They've got time, they've got the shot of Dex, Bullseye, who's come back to the same church that Matt's mother, Maggie, kept him at during the Netflix series, Big Callback, when she was nursing him back to the President of the Veteran series. It is also the same church where Bullseye was best in the Daredevil series. They kind of implied he was looking for Matt's mother to try and kill her, but they said they took sabbatical abroad, basically to explain why she's not going to cameo this season. He says he's come seeking absolution for his sins. He's betrayed himself, he's done all these terrible things. He's basically referencing everything the fact he sits between of the Netflix series and everything he's done while he's been a character on the show.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling
the lights pretty down, the red light
hard to bring down once he has the ball.
Very Daredevil coded colors, which they do all the time on the show. There are a lot of people who thought he was holding an arrow point, and that might be a Hawkeye reference, but I actually think he's holding one of his knives, like he was there to try and kill Matt's mom. Most of the idea, he is very obsessed with knives, but he doesn't need a knife, he can use anything as a weapon, like knock out his own last season.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third down.
It's a couple references to that boxing match plus the next couple of episodes. Attachment tells him what happened in the fight at the end of episode 1. Daredevil escaped Jerry was in the hospital, and they know that Bullseye was there and helped Daredevil. but they're not
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down.
Part of Daredevil.
So the offense will go for it around midfield.
He then also cleans
On
the
fourth
beats
down, they'll
on
pass
his
for
trainer.
it.
Feel kind of bad for
He'll
that
try
guy.
to do
Definitely
it
some
himself.
emergency.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 and lead first
on
down.
sanity. Turning more and
The
more
offense
into
will quickly use the
for
timeout.
Netflix series.
The Boilermakers will have it first and 10.
This, but his own self just kept sinking through like his true nature.
To the air
and
on
leaking
first
out
down.
Until finally by the end
He'll
of this
take a
season,
shot.
full price and go.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long
That then
pass
tells
is
me
incomplete.
all about bullseye and
Well,
cherry.
this defense was ready
Yes,
for
the
go-ups.
bullseye was
Against
trying to
this
kill
receiver in
one
his
stone.
state. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Task force does bullseye that
On
sticks it
second
to
down, he'll
both
try to
Daredevil
make the
at the
connection.
same time. Two birds
On a
in
little
one
time,
stone.
lets it go.
Also kind of combined with
Close to the marker,
an
it's
enemy,
fired.
my enemy is
How
my
about
friend.
the Simness Jr.
Bullseye
put on
Daredevil
that
with
ball
our
to
force
pick up the first down.
against Fizz.
Just a
Task
few
force.
seconds remaining
He
here as
tells
they
Buck
try to
that
put
he doesn't
something
want to
up
out
before
Matt
halftime.
Murdock as Daredevil,
Quarterback
but he
making
wants to
adjustments.
capture him. It's because he doesn't want people to love Daredevil more
Wants to
by
throw on
associating
first
with
down.
tying Matt Murdock to Daredevil together.
the end
So his
zone.
movement is to
Pass
get
goes incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
People who hate
Well, this
Daredevil
offense has
are
gone
such
his way
a
early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the
That's
middle
how
of the
hard it was
uprights
to
there.
speak the words
And
that
now
Matt
the
Murdock
lead
was
is
here.
even
It
bigger.
almost made him
First half in
ill
the books.
to speak those
Countdown to
words.
join Kevin Connors in
Get
our
some
halftime
viral
update.
videos with
Thanks,
TV
fellas.
pretending
The end
to
of a
be
very
Fizz, calling him out on all the
entertaining
shady
first
stuff
three
that he's
quarters of
doing.
football in
It's very
Tucson
Mr.
and an
Robot coding.
intriguing
It's
Arizona
the
Bowl.
idea of a confrontation
And
between
how can
Daniel
we
Blake
begin
and
our
Davey
analysis of
as
that
the
first half
story
without singing the
eventually
praises of
figures
one
out
of the
the
elite backs in football, racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
The real big threat now is whether or not Daniel
And
Blake
he's
is
going to try to
sell
return this one.
out.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
You know, obviously, Buck
The
Cash
Purdue offense heads back out to the field.
and talks to
They
Powell
more than
about
got the
Bullseye.
job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl
They
game
are about
don't
Daredevil.
get
Mostly
distracted
because
and
Bullseye is
finish
so
the deal
unhinged
here in
and
the
so
second
weak.
half.
I mean, love
Most
the way
knows
they
that
came
Powell
out. They had all
doesn't
that
know
time off,
that
didn't let
Murdoch
the
is
rust
Daredevil
off,
and
came out
mentions
with a
calling
foot on
both
the
of them in separate. I
accelerator,
kind of love
looked
the
really good
wordplay that
call.
goes on here. Too,
Just
where he says,
more of
I'll
the
bring
same
in
here in the
Daredevil's head on
second
the
half.
spike,
I
and I'll
agree.
haul
And if
Matt
you're on
Murdoch
that
in on his
sideline right
knees.
now,
And Kingpin is like,
Brings it down on
looking
the
fine.
right
I'm just
side.
really happy with both
It's
those
a
things.
seam wide
All
open.
because they are the sneak for steps. Our next big reveal when Cole Moore comes back for the end of season one, going back to the Vigilante Task Force.
And the extra point will tack another one onto the sleeve.
But now, question
and you're seeing the aggressiveness by the offensive coordinator on the first play of the second half. They take shots for a touchdown. You know they talked about this all halftime. They were just waiting for this opportunity. They knew coming out they were going to get the look they got defensively and take advantage of it, and it comes up big
It kind of
as a
seems
touchdown.
like he's declared open season on the entire task force this season. We get a real quick scene of Buck Cashman making sure on the entire task force this season. We get a real quick scene of Buck Cashman making sure on the entire task force this season. We get a real quick scene of Buck Cashman making sure on the entire task force this season. We get a real quick scene of Buck Cashman making sure on the entire task force this season. We get a real quick scene of Buck Cashman making sure on the entire task force this season.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go.
Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Runs through a tackle.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The give to the tailback. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No.
Gonna let it fly. Brings it in down the left side. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And the pummeling has started.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Now the play fake. Oh, he makes the catch. First guy never seems to get him as he finds his way out to the 19.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Siegel. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Complete to the left. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He wants it all. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that's a great job by the defender there. Back in his own end, he knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Boilermaker! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown, man. They don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their 2nd fumble return for a touchdown today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Ain't got no hip. Whatever. A lot of seniors there too. One that got the touchdown. So that'll help nothing. Let me see what now.
Struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Dull. Pressure coming. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell. When he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He fires to the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit.
He wants to go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up.
Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Boilermakers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Makes the grab. And that one did not work.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And it's like the defense knew on 3rd and goal, they're not a tackle in the middle. They're going to go to the outside. They run the touch pass, and they fly after it, fly upfield.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Lets it fly. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more